Hey guys! So I'm making a video because today's Mabon, as everyone probably knows. And hopefully I get this up like today for Mabon. But if I don't, oh well. But I just wanted to say this. I lost a fucking fingernail. Makes me sad because now my hand looks all janky. Sad. Anyway, I walked down to the gas station today, and I was gonna bring my camera so you guys could like come along with me, but it was dead, so I had to charge it, and I just got it off the charger. I'm gonna have to put it back on because it's not fully charged yet, but when it's charging, I can't use the camera, so I had to uncharge it and everything. Anyway, I bought, like, a Sobe, basically, because I wanted something, for, like, my cakes and ale portion of my ritual that I'm gonna do. It's not gonna be a fancy ritual, but I'll show you guys some of it. And I wanted something, like, all I have really is water, and so I'm like, I want something better than that, so I bought, like, a Sobe. It's, like, fruit punch flavored, but it's got, like, blackberries and stuff in it, and those are very autumny, so I thought it'd be appropriate. And it's like the people who own the gas station are like Indian or Pakistani or one of those. And that sounds so racist saying that, but that's what they are, and I don't know which country they're from. And most people in America will find that funny just because it's a joke in America that all Arabs and Pakistanis and Indians own gas stations. That sounds so racist too, but I don't mean it in a racist way. That's just what people think, so it's kind of funny to me. Anyway, so since they're like, you know, Indian owned, they have like the incense sticks there for sale that you can buy, but they're like the big kind that you would use in like a temple or something. But I don't have any incense left, so I wanted to buy some for my ritual, and I bought two. And one of them, this one, see, look how, like, it's crazy. But I'm gonna, like, break it up and make it smaller and use, like, the chunks in my incense burner and then the stick for my stick incense burner. This one is sandalwood. I didn't see the label on it, but I can smell it, and it's sandalwood. And sandalwood has always been a very autumny type of scent, not like late autumn around like Halloween and Thanksgiving and stuff, but more early autumn, like now, like summer going into autumn, because it's very vibrant and like musky and earthy, so I thought it'd be appropriate. And then this, I have no fucking idea what this one is. I mean, it smells a lot like sandalwood, but it's not. No idea what it is. It's yellow. So, whatever. Smells really good though, and together they smell amazing. So I'm gonna try and burn them simultaneously. And I looked at them, and this one kind of reminds me of the God because it's like darker and like muskier and earthy, and then this one is yellow and it's a lot lighter scented. So I'm like, oh, it's perfect. God and Goddess incense sticks. So yay, and I totally didn't even do that on purpose. It just happened, so it's meant to be. Anyway, I'm not going to do my ritual right this second. I'm going to set everything up first. And I'm going to try and do it outside. I'm kind of scared too, though, because it's like my yard is completely open to like my neighbors and stuff, and so I don't want them looking out the window and thinking, oh my god, what a psychopath, what is she doing? But I have a little spot that's kind of surrounded by bushes that I think I can do. I'm gonna, make some offerings to the fae that live in my yard, because some do. I know this for a fact. And so I love working with fairies and other fae, just because I've been obsessed with them since I was like a little kid. And so now I'm like, well, I like to incorporate them in my practice. Short story. So I'm gonna make some offerings to them and, you know, just work with them a little bit, you know, see what's up. So yeah, that should be cool. And I'll show you guys, you know, this is gonna not be the end of the video. I'm gonna film clips and show you guys my ritual setup and everything like that. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a good Mabon so far. I know some people, their day is already over, so I hope to those who's, you know, already celebrated Mabon, I hope it was a good one. And for those in the Southern Hemisphere, I don't know if I have any subscribers that are from the Southern Hemisphere, but for those who are, happy Ostara, because it's the spring equinox there, so that's really interesting thinking about it. It's so weird to me. So yeah, happy Mabon. Hey guys, again. So I started setting up my ritual for today. I'm gonna do it soon because it's almost 6 o'clock, so I don't have very long till night comes, but I wanted to do it later in the day because since I want to work with the Fae tonight on this holiday, and more so as the year progresses, the best times to do that are like in between times, I guess you could say, which would be in the dawn, you know, when night is changing into day, at noon, because that's when the sun is at its highest and it's crossing over from morning to afternoon, and at twilight, because the day is turning into night, and also midnight. But obviously I'm not going to go outside and do something at midnight. So I'm going to do it this evening, and the sun is getting pretty low in the sky, so I'm going to do it soon. But I just wanted to show you guys some of the tools and things I'm going to be using in my ritual, because I probably won't film the ritual itself just because, one, my camera only records about 9 minutes at a time, which is absolutely ridiculous, but nothing I knew about it. And two, rituals are very personal, so not that I don't want to share with you guys, but they're just so personal that it'd be like, I don't know, someone intruding on my space. So I'll just show you guys now, and I probably won't use everything. As you can see, I have a lot of stuff. But these are just the things that I felt are kind of part of my practice, so I like to use them in rituals. And please ignore the TV in the background. I always have the TV on. I don't know why, but I always do. And I'm watching like a prison show right now because I fucking love those kind of shows. Anyway, so the first thing is my athame, which I actually don't use that often just because I don't feel it necessary. I'll go into another video about how I feel about tools and things, but I feel for like sabbats that I like to use it. I don't know why. It's kind of like a special occasion, so I like to bring it out. And most athames, of course, traditional athames are made of metal. They're a metal blade. And sometimes with objects like that, if you don't use them for a while, the energy can become stagnant and they don't work as well, so you have to use them constantly or constantly keep them charged with like a citrine to keep the energy flowing. But since this is made of wood, I literally can keep it in a box for months, and then I can bring it out, and as soon as I touch it, it's like it's a part of my arm. Not this arm. This one, because I'm left-handed, so it's my power hand. But it's like instantly I feel that connection, and it works perfectly fine. But I do like to, if I'm about to use it, I like to keep this quartz near it, just because this quartz is really special to me. I've had it for years and years. When I was first starting out in like Wicca and things like that. So it's like charged with my energy, you know? And so I like to keep it them close to each other. Just because these are my babies, for real. These are my tarot cards. Like, I can never get rid of these ever. So, yeah, I'm going to use my Athame. You know. So, there's that. And, of course, I showed you these earlier in the video. The incense sticks I bought today. They're huge! Ah! But I'm going to, like, break off a lot of them and make the parts that I break off into chunks that I can burn in my censer. And then I'm going to use them just like regular stick incense. And they smell so good! And I didn't mean this when I bought them. And I think I explained this earlier, but I'll explain it again just because I don't know. This one will be for the god because in the autumn I feel, and this is the opposite for a lot of pagans, but this is how I feel. In the autumn, I feel like the god is, like, more powerful, I guess. I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel more of a connection with the god in the autumn and the winter months. Because my patron god is Pan, and another god I feel close to that is kind of Pan is the Green Man, who is more of an archetype than an actual deity. And I believe that Pan is an extension of the Green Man archetype. And so with the Green Man, I feel he's most powerful in the autumn and the winter months, which is weird because he's like a god of fertility and plant life and growth and life and things like that. But in the autumn and winter, I feel he's more powerful, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. So this is sandalwood, and it's very strong, obviously, because that's how sandalwood is. And it's also dark, like darker than this one, and that's how I feel about the Green Man. And autumn, of course, because the leaves are changing to red and orange and yellow and things like that. And this smells very earthy and musky and very masculine. So this will be used as a representation of the god. And then this is, of course, yellow, as you can see. And it smells a lot like sandalwood. I have no idea what the scent actually is. But it smells a lot like sandalwood, but it's a lot lighter and more airy and, like, fragrant, sort of. So I'm going to use it for the goddess. So I think they make a good pair. And they smell really, really good when they're together. This I'm just going to use to, okay, these two kind of go hand in hand. Now some people are going to think this is really weird, but I have an explanation for it, I promise. I'm going to use this bowl, because we don't use this bowl, I don't even know whose bowl this is, it just appeared out of nowhere, to burn tobacco. These are the cigars that I smoke. And the reason I'm doing that, and I do this often, not even necessarily during rituals, just whenever I feel the need to. In Native American spirituality, when you would go to a shaman or like a medicine woman or something like that, a healer basically, you would bring tobacco as a gift and an offering. And even if you're just like not going to a healer, you would offer tobacco to the spirits of the land. And a lot of Native Americans every morning would get up and offer tobacco in the morning. So I like to do that because I feel a very strong connection to Native American spirituality, because I myself am part Cherokee, a little bit, not a lot, but I am a little bit, and it runs very, very strong in me. Like, I feel so connected to their practices and their beliefs. And so I started doing this, and because I have fae that live in my yard, because my yard has a lot of plants and flowers and things like that, and lots of animals. So I started offering tobacco to them, and it works for me. I mean, it may not work for everybody, but it works for me. So I'm going to offer tobacco to the fae in my yard for many reasons, just kind of as a peace offering to acknowledge that they're there, that I know that they're there, and that I want to continue to work with them and have their friendship, but also because I'm growing a plant, a tree. I'm going to turn it into a bonsai tree eventually when it gets a little bigger. But I need a bigger pot because it's just in the peat pellet right now, and it's been that way for a long time, but it's getting a little big for just the peat pellet, so I need to get a bigger pot for it, but I always forget. And so it's like starting to get yellow and like it's half alive, so I'm gonna ask them, be like, hey, please watch over my plant and let it grow until I can get a bigger pot. That'd be great. So yeah, there's that. And then this, it's like a Japanese like cup I bought. I don't even remember where I bought it. But it has like 3 parts to it. I'm gonna hold the water in this, obviously. And then I'm gonna hold, you know, an offering in this. I don't know what I'm gonna have an offering of yet, but I figured this served a good purpose. And then this will hold my salt, because it's the lid, but it's kind of like a little bowl. So I thought that that would be good for that. And this is the candle I'll be using. I haven't decided if this will be my working candle or if it will be for the fire aspect of casting my circle. But it's very autumny to me for some reason. Even though it's pear scented, it's like, it's very deep green. It has a like medievally fleur-de-lis on it, so it reminds me of like fall. I don't know. It smells amazing though. This, I don't really know what I'll use this for, but I always have it on hand when I do rituals, just in case I need to carry something or put something in it. You know, whatevs. And then this is just, I hold all of my rocks and my crystals in here. I don't have very many, so I don't need to, like, organize them. But yeah, and my effigy of the Green Man. I love it. I always have it on the top. And then this is very recent addition. It's actually, when I was in Minnesota for my brother's wedding, which was a couple of weeks ago, at the beginning of the month, first day of September, actually. Well, we were in Minnesota, and the town we were in is Pipestone. And I didn't know this when we went there, but Pipestone is actually kind of famous within traditional Native American circles because it's named after a rock, a type of rock, which is called pipestone. And it's this rock. It's like reddish brown, and it's not very hard, so you can carve it into different things. And they actually make peace pipes out of pipestone. Like, that's what they would make them out of. And actually, Native Americans are, well, registered members of tribes. They're the only ones who can quarry in the pipestone. So that's really interesting. And so they had a gift shop, obviously. And this was one of the things in it. So I bought it. And it's a turtle because in Native American tradition, how we have, like, the 4 elements, like, the sign that you're born under is part of one of the 4 elements. Well, they have clans that correspond to each element. And of course, the animals differ from tribe to tribe, but in the, like, more eastern side of the United States, in those Native American tribes, the earth sign would be the turtle clan. And I'm an earth sign because I'm a Virgo. So my clan would be the turtle clan. So that's why I bought this, and I love it so much. Let's see. This is my censer, my incense burner. It's very simple, cheap. I love it though. And then this is my stick incense burner, and I love it because it has stars on it. In case you guys didn't know, I love stars a lot. I'm like obsessed with them. And then this is my turtle shell. It's a real turtle shell. I found it in the woods when I lived in South Carolina. Like, it was just sitting right there, half buried in dirt. So I picked it up, and I'm like, oh my god, that's real. And I don't really use it specifically for anything. I just like having it around because, you know, it's part of the natural world. Came out of the ground. It was once part of an animal, and I came by it honestly. I didn't kill the animal and then take it. I just found it, and so I felt like that was kind of like a gift to me. Like, here you go, Danielle. And this was before I even knew I was part of the turtle clan, so it was meant to be. Then these are my meditation ball things. I actually have like 2 sets of these, but these are the ones that I like the best because one of them has a moon and stars on it, and the other one has sun and stars on it. And inside, I don't know if you can hear, it has like a bell inside of it. And of course, not everybody does this, but in a lot of traditions, the bell, you ring it before rituals and before casting a circle to kind of scare away evil and malignant spirits. So I kind of use it. I do that before I cast a circle or start my ritual. I ring the bell. So yeah. And this is just like a box of various things. It has shells in it and my pentacle and my Indian beads and things. So I just brought this out because there might be something in there that I would like to use. And the box itself is made of cedar, and it used to smell like cedar, but it doesn't anymore because I got it when I was like 9. My grandma went to Florida and she bought it for me. And see, it says Florida on it. And this is the box I keep my tarot cards and my oracle cards in, which I will use tonight. Not during my ritual, but tonight. And then this is a Jesus candle. Because for those of you who don't know, I'm Christo-pagan. I mean, that's not the only thing that I am, but if I had to choose a term, I would say Christo-pagan. But obviously, like I said, that's definitely not all that I am. It's just part of it. But I like to have my Jesus candle burning just because it's one of those things that I just do. And this just holds my feathers that I collect. The candle itself isn't really anything special. It's very old, we've had it forever, but I put my feathers in it. This is a fairy statue I have had since I was about 12, I think. My dad, when he was dating his ex-girlfriend, her sister bought me this for my birthday because she knew like I was obsessed with fairies. I've been obsessed with fairies my entire life. So she bought this for me and I love it. So I'm going to have it out there. I mean, I am going to be working with the fae, so it seems appropriate. And then finally, I am going, in addition to a tobacco offering and whatever food offering I have, I'm going to bury some coins because, again, in some traditions, you would offer money, like a coin or something. So I'm going to do that and give some of my wealth that the fae and the deities and the universe have helped me acquire back to the earth. So I think that's good. I think that's it. Yes, that is it. So I'll show you guys when I get it all set up. I'll show you and everything and how I set it up. Oh, there's one more thing. Just a second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to use this as my altar table because usually I don't have like an altar table or anything, but since I'm going to be outside on the ground, it's uneven. So I'm going to have this. I made this actually many, many years ago when I was about 14, I think. And it's kind of coming apart now, but it's just, what's it called, mosaic tiles. And I love it. Like I said, I'm obsessed with stars, and I have been my whole life. So I made that, so I'm going to use that. It's a little altar table. So yeah, I want to show you guys that, and I think that's it. So I'll see you later in the video. Bye. Peace. So I just finished my Mabon ritual. It went good. The only problem was that the spot that I picked in my yard, oh my god, so many mosquitoes. So many mosquitoes. Like, oh my god, I was eaten alive. It was ridiculous. But that was the only spot that I could do my ritual outside, which I wanted to do. And my neighbor's dogs kept, like, coming outside, and they bark at everything, so. They didn't do it during the ritual, but when I was, like, bringing everything back inside, which took about 5 trips, they were, like, going crazy, and so my neighbor came outside, tell him to, like, be quiet, and I, like, keep going back to this spot in my yard carrying all of these things, so he was probably like, what the fuck is she doing? Oh well. I don't think he'll say anything, I mean, there's no reason for him to, but it was just a little disconcerting, but I think it went good. I mean, I did everything I needed to do. Kind of went a little faster than I would have liked because I was getting eaten alive, but oh well. Like, see, this entire arm is, you can't really see it on the camera. Just full of bites. Yeah, you can't see it on the camera that well, but it's like covered in mosquito bites, so that is kind of shitty, but oh well. So yeah, now I'm just sitting here about to edit the video and put it online, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was interesting for you, because I usually don't do videos like this, so. But I want to in the future. I enjoy watching, like, day in the life and, like, sabbat videos, so. Hope you guys like it. Comments would be much appreciated, and video responses, and yeah. So I hope you guys liked this, and I will see you guys later. Blessed be.